broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
As I look up at the sky,
hey, doggy style.
Taking it back.
We had to go here, you know what I'm saying? Straight out of Compton just came out.
I know. See that tonight?
Yeah. What up, AfterBuzzers? What up, Devious Ones out there? How y'all feeling? We're back for another week of Devious Maids. So let's get it cracking. I'm your boy, Stephaune. Y'all already know who it is. And next to me, these ladies will introduce themselves.
Hola, Candy here.
Hey everyone, it's Francesca.
Hello, it's Laila.
Yes, we keep it sexy. We try to do to mirror what we see on the actual show in studio.
One more episode left.
I
Wow,
know.
I can't believe it.
Flew by
We got into the whole season. Wow. We're already episode 12, huh? Mm-hmm. And it's getting real. It's getting hot in here, like Nelly would say. You know? So let's jump right into it, man. Welcome back. Thank you guys. Also remember, you can Snapchat us. You can look at us on YouTube. You can download the podcast. Do anything. Just keep watching us. That's what we love. All right. Shout out to everybody that's been a fan from day one. We're going to keep it going. Mm-hmm. And we're rooting for another season.
Yeah, yes, definitely.
Make sure you tweet hashtag Devious Maids Season 4.
Yeah.
It's really, really crucial. They pay so much attention to it.
Yeah.
So if you want a Season 4, write them, tweet, Instagram, Snapchat, like you said, Facebook it up. So.
Snapchat it up. Snapchat. Can they Snapchat anything? I don't know. Whatever. Do whatever you can with social media, because I don't use Snapchat yet. I got to figure it all out.
Get with it.
Dang, girl.
He's old. He has to be
I'm a little older
to get up to it.
Anyway, speaking of old, we'll go with the older couple and get them out the way, but not really out the way, because Evelyn Powell is my strong favorite. I think she's so hot. So Evelyn, Dion, and Mr. Powell, who is screwing things up again.
As always.
I mean, he's always dropping the ball. He's got these plans that are diabolical, but they always come around and bite him.
Right.
It never works.
No. He's always like putting his foot in his mouth. He means well. But
He just doesn't think it through.
No, he doesn't think it through.
But
he gets all...
You writers had me crying in there when she was saying the
I know. I was tear.
Mr. Powell's like a cute kid. You know, he has well intentions. Mm-hmm. It just never really plays out. So obviously you guys are watching the episode just to catch you up. Dion, who is my new favorite character ever since he said that one line, "White people love me." I was like, is this my son?
He's had a few good lines, actually.
They were like, we're going to look for Dion's father. I'm like, I don't know. I might be Dion.
Hi, guys.
It might be my son. He's super cute. White people love him. I don't know.
In this episode, he's like, if I become your son, are people going to think I'm white?
Perfect line. I love it. You know, Dion, no, they're not going to confuse you for white. But it was really cute. You know, he grew on everybody.
Yes. Yeah.
He became immediately a Powell. He was
even Carmen. Even Carmen grew to like him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And even Carmen, she, divulged some information of herself to the stranger, Dion's father, saying, she did have a baby and she gave it up for adoption. And I think he would have actually listened to her.
He would
have had Mr. Powell come in.
He was going to listen to her.
So Mr. Powell starts this whole investigation to try and sabotage Dion being a son. You know, he ends up falling in love with Dion. They're gambling, they're sports betting, they're doing all kinds of stuff. You know, he finds out that
son and dad things,
son bonding.
Yeah, it's not weird at all. Not weird at all. You know, teaching what is Dion, 8?
Probably.
Like around 8 years old.
Yeah.
And so now everybody loves Dion, and boom, here comes Dad. I kind of felt like it was going to be an Annie situation. Like Dad would find out they're rich.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
He's like, yo, I want some money from this whole situation.
He was actually like appalled that Mr. Powell. He's like, what do you want? Like a house, a yacht? He's like, ugh.
That's what made him take out Dion.
Yeah. He's like, these people are crazy. They're just off throwing money for kids.
Yeah.
You know?
I was confused though. Why did PI have Wallace in his, if he's supposed to be looking for him, he's not supposed to like make it known.
Yeah.
Or actually, no. Adrian probably said, get his dad.
Get his dad and get him in here because I want him gone.
I want him gone.
Well, he could have nipped it in the bud too. Adrian should have said, "Listen, I don't care if he's there. Just let him know that we don't think it's healthy for the boy to have his dad show up and then disappear." And he's well adjusted and good.
Why did the PI give? If Adrian hired the PI, why did he give Dion's father the information of where they are? I mean, legally, does he have to? I mean, it's just, I thought it was strange.
Because the father, he had no idea that Dion existed, so the state says, like, it's like the last bloodline, and he's the father. So.
It's like, he has to give his okay and write off on it. I don't know. Anyway, it turned into a mess, which is usually what happens with Mr. Powell. And it's so sad because he ends up hurting Evelyn.
That's so bad. That was so heartbreaking.
That scene had me like in tears. It was just, you felt for her. And well, it's losing another son.
Exactly.
And you could see in Mr. Powell's face that he's like going to be in tears. I'm crying, It's like, it's so heartbreaking for this. And, let's just hope she doesn't leave him. Maybe she thinks about it. And
I'm hoping that there's like some type of recovery.
I'm hoping the father is going to realize, like, dude, my son's going to be, like, well taken care of if I leave him with this family.
But, I mean, well taken care of is a financial thing. It's not necessarily the best upbringing
they
always.
love him.
They do, but...
And I think the father might realize that, or maybe Carmen.
They might track him down,
I just feel like I couldn't see a kid being in the storyline.
Yeah, but Dion's great.
Dion is great, and he has great one-liners, just like his his parents, quote unquote. But I couldn't see it. So when this happened, I was like, okay, I could see this happening. However, let's talk about how funny it was, how they tried to trick Wallace. They auditioned kids.
Full on audition.
Carmen gives them a brilliant idea. She wants to be an actress now.
Right, since her music career is done. But the kids, how cute were all the kids coming in her room auditioning, and then she played the part of Evelyn, and she played that really deep voice. She was like, hello.
Which kind of gives you some insight as to what she would look like as an actress.
Yeah.
She's like,
and she totally carried herself like Evelyn too. She did
great. And I love how the Dion actor is like, oh, what are my sports? She's like, special skills.
Like, remember on your resume, special skills. Just list them all.
Oh my God.
He's like, sport. He asked about sports, and the kid was talking about
tap dancing.
Yeah, he said
and,
like tap dance, karate, and accents. Yeah.
He was acting.
Hello. Right. What did he say? Hello, governor.
Hello.
Good day, chap.
Chip, chip, cheerio.
Super cute.
Carmen had me cracking up, and she's like, trying to be an actress, and I'm a Latina. The only roles are me.
Yeah, right. What are the odds?
But you are me.
No, it was
shocker, everyone.
And I think that was like the writers kind of making a joke, about
at the show,
at the show, and it's really funny, funny. Bringing in the kids was very lighthearted, and it kind of brought us up, and then they dropped that bomb on us, and we lose Dion for. Hopefully not for good.
I love Dion, but like you were saying, like he did add a different dynamic to the Powells, and I couldn't see him staying on the show. I mean, I would love him to be on the show, but it's the Powells. They have their own thing. He kind of like...
Dion's mom is right now tweeting in like, I want my son to stay on the show. Shut up, woman.
Hashtag bring Dion back.
Yeah, I liked him. I thought he brought a different dynamic to the family, and I could totally see him like coming back.
And they kind of, when you think about the Powells, obviously their banter together is really cute. It's always funny. But they kind of need something.
Because it gets old.
The house is like, they're trying to sell the house, so what are they going to move and be completely out?
Well,
they need something to kind of keep them grounded and us to, stay in their storyline. They need a storyline. So I think Dion fits.
Well, I think their storyline is going to change now.
Yeah. I think their storyline's going to end.
Well, no, I hope it doesn't end if we do go into season 4. But if they do, looks like they're heading towards possible separation. That's definitely going to take the story in a different road.
We'll see how that plays out. Speaking of separation, let's talk a little bit about the one of the more solid relationships on Devious Maids happens to be between a maid and her boss. Zoila and Genevieve. They broke up a little bit
Yeah, they did.
in this episode, we can say.
They were already broken up.
They've had a few lovers' quarrels. On the
Quarrels. They didn't totally break up. They were a couple quarrels.
Separated.
They were on the outs.
They had that other episode where they were fighting like a couple that's been together forever, you know?
Yeah. And it was really cute. They've been writing that banter with them to make it look coupley. And even all the way to the end, it's like, let's go to couples therapy.
That's cute.
It's all like they're dating. They literally, they're all they have.
I feel like whenever I get really close with a girlfriend, that's almost how it feels. It's like, you know what they like. You
fight like
you
a couple, and then you make
I'm out shopping. I'm like, oh, I know they'll like this. Like a roommate or someone you were really, really close to. Like it just kind of happens.
And I mean, they're like family. I mean,
and Francesca, it's okay if you like same sex. I mean, it's not. We're not upset.
You're so dumb.
Well, a shout out to Joy this episode because she really stepped it up. Like she
brought Genevieve
guilty
carbs.
Conscience.
Yeah.
No, got the best of her at their lunch, and Genevieve's doing all this amazing stuff for her. And I'm glad she stepped up and told her the truth because
Maid code.
I felt like Genevieve was in a sense almost brainwashed. Like she was talking like Dr. Neff was just like in her head. And finally, I was like, yes, we got her back when she's like, no, are we going on a vacation? No, honey, you're going on.
somewhere.
Just kicked him to the curb.
Yeah, it's I was kind of shocked to see that Dr. Neff would go this great length to try and get rid of Zoila. I felt like they clashed a little bit, but I didn't think he would try to get her a plan to like get her ousted.
I think that's evil because I mean, if you really care about someone and you know how important
close
that person is in their life, you don't try to split that friendship up. Like it's not cool.
He was clearly jealous.
Yeah.
Threatened.
But I mean, okay, so even if it's your girl or your wife she's got to have family. And this is kind of like her family.
Yeah.
She doesn't interact with hardly anybody else on the show.
Her son's
that we
gone
know
right
of.
now.
I couldn't see Remy liking him. We're getting along with him.
So this is her family. That's how it is. So you don't mess with family. Dr. Neff, shame on you. So he got the oust. I thought he was broke for real though.
I still think he might be.
Yeah, he might have some issues.
I mean, his luggage was looking kind of shabby.
Yeah.
What was that?
His luggage was looking kind of shabby.
She gave him the bad luggage to leave with.
kind of beat up. And I mean, if you have to stay with your girl, as the man, I would hope that as a doctor,
move her into your place.
She moves into your spot. Or you maintain your place.
She's way more well off than him.
You think so?
Yeah.
She's got a lot of money.
Yeah.
Genevieve, well, she won't be single for long. Somebody's going to scoop her up.
She's a prize.
And that's why it's so cute because she all the time is always wanting to find a guy.
Yeah.
It's always, it's been so long. And this time she decided to put her friendship first.
Yeah. Which she had to learn a lesson.
Chick dig, yeah.
You almost said it.
Oh, that's how y'all do it? Because we do bros. Okay, so and y'all do the chicks. Okay. So, couples therapy. Have any of you all been to couples therapy?
God, no.
I've done it. It's the best thing in the world.
How did that relationship work?
We're not together. But I learned a whole lot about myself. That's so selfish, right? But that's what happens. Anyway, so couples therapy, y'all should try it. Or any type of therapy. I advise everyone out there. Speaking of therapy, there's going to be some therapy needed in this. I don't even know how to get into this murder triangle.
Goodness.
Yeah, it's like there's so many lines crossing. So I'll dive in at Ernesto, who you all love and adore. He's kind of shady.
He's very shady. Kind of.
He came in on lies.
Yeah.
We knew he was up to no good from the beginning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Candice really enjoyed his shirtless scenes.
I did. His guns were nice.
Yeah. No, I must say, it looked like he had just gotten worked.
Well, this episode, he killed a guy with his own bare hands.
Of course.
It's a man's man right there.
He's a man.
Kill him with bare hands. Which I don't know how much stock I would put in that killer.
I was so shocked because what he said about Spence. That he took care of Spence. And then Rosie made the comment about how she's been calling him. He's not answering. So is Spence still on the show?
Which I have my predictions about that.
I'm a little surprised because
we'll hold those.
Rosita, she doesn't take no for an answer. So in my mind, I'm like, why hasn't she just gone over to the apartment and knocked on his door? Because in the past, she has no problem going to his apartment.
They're going to save that for a finale.
She's been busy.
I think that's something that we'll,
probably.
get in the finale.
Because they definitely did leave Spence lying on the floor, literally and figuratively. So
I mean, yeah.
Team Spence, no.
So Ernesto, all his shade is starting to come out. Everything's coming out of all. You know, you can't ever trust a man who would rather sacrifice his life, sacrifice a child's life,
Right? Yeah.
for his own.
No.
You know,
No.
It's-
If you got involved with the drug cartel and you're working in the drug, that was your choice.
Right.
You
You're an adult.
accept every
Everything.
chance,
Yeah.
anything that happens. We all know what happens and stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
bad. It's
Yeah. You
good.
You get
But he's
mixed up.
like-
That's your exactly.
He's literally going to allow this girl, which they're not even saying that the cartel wants the girl back to keep her. It's like
No, they
she's
want
going
to
to get
kill
killed.
her. Yeah,
Yeah.
because she was
Yeah.
a witness to them
To the murder.
murdering her dad.
So he knows that it's like death to return this child.
Yeah.
And he's like,
So messed up.
kill her as long as I'm free and I can have my wife. So, you know, that's
you
never
can
gonna
judge
work
a
out.
lot about a person's character.
Yeah.
That
no,
way.
it's kind
He
of
could also go
true.
back and just work
Yeah.
for the cartel too. You know, he wants out.
And here's the thing.
Yeah, see, he's being selfish.
just
When
go
is a
back and-
cartel ever going to be honest? They're never going to say, "Oh, thank you. You gave us the girl. Go live your life
Right.
free."
No,
buddy,"
you're not out.
Because you know too much. You've been a part of too
Exactly.
much. You're never free, Ernesto.
Well, it's kind of like what Rosie said. She wishes he was,
Still-
would have stayed dead. And I wonder if the writers are foreshadowing.
Yeah, I was like, he
he's
might get-
gonna get dead again.
Get
dead
Like,
again.
you might get your wish because
Right? You say
Is he
that.
going to get dead?
Yeah,
Can
get
you
dead.
can you get dead,
But
Ernesto?
this storyline just shows you that you can't lie because your lies are eventually going to catch up to you. Just like
Always.
Adrian, same here. He mentioned the cartel's name. So when Taylor finally divulges all the information
Yeah.
about where they really got Violetta, she says the cartel, and immediately
The name of the
Rosie's
cartel.
like, I know this. Smart that plays dumb Rosie.
Rosita.
She
Well, I mean,
good.
she every now and then she surprises us with her smarts, and then she says something like, "I have a lullaby," and we remember that she's Rosie,
she
and we're
plays
like,
it.
"Oh."
No, but I honestly think she
Pobrecita.
plays it up to get stuff out of people, and like she plays that
Ah,
dumb little thing.
you think it's
and
a role?
Yeah, I really do. I think she plays it up, and then
Okay.
she like lets too much of herself out that she figures something out, and then she's like, "Oh shoot, I gotta like throw
Dumb it
something
down,
dumb in
dumb
there."
it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
All right,
it
all
works.
right.
Works
She's
for her.
actually secretly working for the FBI this whole
Right,
time.
right.
Curtis, we got you! JK.
Rosie's not a maid. She's an FBI agent.
Totes.
We've stretched this thing so far. No, but you mentioned she was talking to Taylor, so let's talk a little bit about Taylor. I mean, Taylor's like, which shout out to Brianna. I think she's so hot. Taylor's like, and she's done a great job at this.
Great.
She's gone through the entire season, and we don't know if she's a victim or the killer or you still
Conspirer.
You have no idea.
You feel no, you don't, and you feel bad for her. You like want her to be okay because if she did rescue Katie,
Yeah.
then like, and she's doing this great thing.
You're like, oh,
then-
she's a sweetheart.
Yeah, but then there's blood soaking on her couch. It's
And you're like, oh, she's a murderer.
Yeah, like I don't know
We go
what to
back
do.
and forth.
Do I
It's like
love
a
you?
tennis
Do I
match.
hate you? I don't know what
It
to
could
do.
be
just red
she's
wine.
doing it for her daughter. She was just how she could justify killing somebody. She was doing it for Violetta. But
Violetta
we don't-
slash
yeah,
KT
maybe.
slash.
I think
Who's
there's so
this
much.
kid?
It's
I feel like we pointed to every character this season for the killer almost. They're just like
Well.
laughing at us.
We're like, you're the killer. No, you're the killer. You're the killer.
you're the killer.
Shout out to Curtis, who
Yes.
was putting pressure on us, saying, I can't wait to hear your predictions.
The
Yes.
killer
Too much
is
pressure.
going to be the last person we ever suspected. I will
Right.
tell you
It's
that.
Gail.
Which
Gail.
I'm just kidding.
It's Evelyn.
you're kidding, but I'm
mean,
going.
Gail.
Maybe.
Maybe Gail. I mean, she put the dog in the
only
shelter.
blonde.
She's such a bitch.
She's about to kill a dog.
With no mercy. She had no
Done.
conscience about it.
She's
She's like,
crazy.
yeah, they gonna kill him.
She's like,
Anyway,
it's
so
okay.
Yeah.
make the gimlet,
And
please.
she's kind of a bigger woman. She's tall. Maybe she could help her with the body. Like put the body over her shoulder.
does
She
she-
works out at
How does she
CrossFit
get
or
her
something,
money?
you know? Just kidding.
How does she get her money?
A drunk.
Is she, she could be like a trained
Assassin.
hired assassin.
I could totally see
Dude,
that. And
everyone-
she drinks so much because she feels so guilty.
We created an entire storyline for Gail. Gail, you're a new
You're welcome,
person.
Curtis.
Assassin Gail. We've now turned into Snoops like
Marisol.
Marisol. So Marisol is she should be an investigative
She
journalist.
should
She
be
was.
a private
She
investigator.
should. She
Her
Well,
and
she kind of
Rosie.
was, yes.
She was, yeah. That's originally how everything started. She was trying to figure out
Who did
the murder or with her son. I can't remember. I'm mixing stories up, but
well, yeah, she wanted to free her son, and
there
he
you go.
He got blamed for the murder.
There you go.
So and then that ended up leading to her book. But she's not like a professional investigator.
But she should
be. Yeah.
She's on.
Like I said, every woman is an efficient investigator.
I hope they bring her son back next
crazy.
season. Her son back into the storyline next season.
He like just kind of just disappeared.
Yeah. No.
How awkward would that have been, though, if he would have come home and he met her boyfriend that they're the same age?
Jesse.
Probably went to school together
They're
or
not the
something.
same age.
He doesn't look like they're the
How
same.
old is Marisol
son
and
is
Jesse were like, what, 5 years apart?
I mean, I would
10?
I
think she's still 21, so
would say
we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Jesse is moving. Jesse's gone.
He's gone.
Jesse's gone.
He's out of my life.
You know what we were talking about last week is how we thought he was this. He turned out just to be...
Normal.
Just a normal
Just a
guy.
normal
Just a
guy
little.
who saved her life from a crazy woman.
Yep. I think that's funny though how Marisol used Jesse. She lied a little bit about Jesse because she was trying to get Taylor to talk. She says he cheated on me.
No, she cheated on him.
Yeah.
When
what she
really, that's what I meant. When really she just held a gun to him because she thought he was the killer.
But Marisol, she disappointed me in that scene because I thought she was smarter than that. Like she didn't even. It was so obvious.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
Wait till the food comes out or something. Like, ease into it.
Yeah,
I
or don't
know.
even say where you got your information from. You just could have been like, have you ever cheated before? Oh, Michael said something? No, why?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
and so
tell
did
me.
Olivia too.
Oh, see, this is how y'all crazy girls play it out.
Oh, my bad. Too much information. I'm
Yeah,
done.
okay.
Don't tell anyone.
Y'all are divulging something here, and we're seeing the secrets. All right.
I'm going to get you to answer who you were talking on the phone with earlier.
My business. So... What does that have to do with this? So Jesse's going bye-bye. Shout out to Nathan. Thanks for stopping through. And I'm sure the ladies hope that you will somehow mysteriously show back up
He's the killer.
in the finale.
It really is.
I think he's the cop, and he's going to, like, arrest somebody.
Maybe.
Everyone's an undercover something.
Yeah. He's the FBI agent.
He's going to show up shirtless.
Yes.
Which, as soon as he
half
gets stabbed,
shirtless,
he's
half
like,
police
I
outfit.
got stabbed. Take my shirt off.
Then Ernesto Tom.
Any excuse
Let
the
me help
writers
you
have.
with his muscles. Let me carry you. Yeah, totes.
So Marisol's doing the detective work, and we actually find out a lot through Marisol because if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't. We found the blood on the couch. She tracks that down. It's truly blood, which we kind of already knew.
Yeah, I feel like she definitely drives the storyline.
Yeah.
You know,
She
she always
pushes
has
it.
since the first season.
And I think she keeps the gossip going. If you notice, when they sit down, she's like, "Oh,
She's
girl,
the number one
Miss
chismosa.
Powell, da 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 da." She's always spilling tea.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
stirring stuff up.
She's Mosa.
she's a boss.
She's a boss.
And bosses have a lot of extra time to talk about other people. So we still don't understand this murder triangle. There's a killer or an assassin who's now been killed by Ernesto, which I don't know what that means. He either has to flee because
I mean, they're gonna be
Can't
looking
murder
for him.
somebody, yeah.
No, and
Right.
you murdered someone too.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
that, and then you murdered someone from the cartel.
but
I
the
don't
police
know.
and the cartel are going to try to get you.
He's done.
Well, he told Rosie he wanted to like move away. So I don't remember if we saw him in the previews for the next episode. Do we?
Rosie is not going anywhere. with
No.
Ernesto.
But I'm saying he's probably gonna
Just flee.
flee then. Yeah.
Yeah. So what happens to Katie? Because now they're going to be really watching her. So they can't get to her.
They can't go to the police.
They can't go to the police, but they'll have eyes on her, very,
Yeah.
very close. So,
Well, we see in the previews that Michael's getting arrested.
oh, Michael. But he could be getting arrested.
For
because
smuggling.
he's smuggling illegal.
Yeah.
I don't think
Child.
Michael did anything. I don't.
Like murder-wise.
Yeah, murder
Other
wise.
than
Yeah.
He
make
was-
a bad
but
judgment
what
call on
about
a wife
him?
previously.
I'm sorry. What about him in the episode? Him giving the money to Louis Becker.
I think that was for him to get Taylor caught up in cheating. Like he paid him to like
See,
flirt with her.
there-
I don't think he had anything to do with
Huh.
the murder.
Are we ready to get into some predictions?
Well-
Because we got a lot.
Should we talk really fast about
Yeah.
at the end? Carmen goes back to Sebastian.
Oh yeah.
Carmen and
Carmen.
Sebastian.
She was in her feels after she saw Evelyn in
Definitely
Evelyn's
got her
feels.
feelings.
Yeah.
And talking about her child that she gave up, that probably brought up the emotions. And then seeing the Dion get taken again.
And she's
Or, I mean,
looking
taken.
at it like, she wants that life. She wants to have a husband or a spouse, a significant other.
Maybe when she was playing
She
the
can
role
lean
of
on.
Evelyn, it kind of like took a step for her. Like,
Yeah.
I want to do this.
And then she had to be vulnerable, tell that story. Yeah, you're playing Evelyn. You're telling the story about your kid.
It's going to bring up feelings.
You're like, hey, I'm 30-something years old. I still don't have my career going.
Right.
What am I doing?
And I need
it's not
somebody
gonna
to share life with.
Right, and her music career is not going to go anywhere. So maybe this is where her character will slowly go towards.
I mean, she's hot. She can get
next
picked up
season.
by anybody, but
She's contracted with contracted
With the
with the record label.
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah.
No,
So
I
that's
mean,
done.
picked up by anybody, man-wise.
Oh, okay.
She loves Sebastian. That's where her heart is.
Yeah, he's a
Unfortunately.
I feel like she
married man.
doesn't love him. I
but
feel like
we don't always use our
I
heads
don't think
sometimes.
she loves him. I think
It's
he's
comfort.
just comfort.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's someone to run back to, and just a
someone you're
warm
close
body,
with.
pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
But what about the whole we can get into predictions,
Yeah.
but the whole like getting married thing?
Shall we get into
Yeah,
some
let's take some time to do some
Predictions.
predictions.
And now,
Because we're like, what about?
I know.
Yeah.
What
you
about
know,
What
Curtis
if-
is just laughing at us.
What if?
Like, nope.
So this is
Curtis,
predictions. This is where we
Mind
try
blown.
to pull some, tie the
need to
knot of web that's going on Devious Maids. What do y'all have on your minds?
Okay, so about Sebastian, we've had this kind of feeling about like what is he? We thought he was gone. She broke up with him, but they brought him back in the second to last episode. So I'm still thinking he has something to do with this murder.
He was at the murder house.
Right, he was trying to sell the murder house.
He has keys to the house.
That could be, so
As a real estate
convenient
agent, he has keys to the house.
to be like, oh my god,
But he is douchey, but he's a douchey guy that cheats on his wife. But is he a killer?
No,
I don't think he's a killer.
Neither do I.
I think maybe he's
It's a
not a
stretch.
killer, but maybe the killer like paid him to have access to the house or something. He could be involved in some way, but not necessarily be like the killer.
Maybe he doesn't even have an accent. Maybe he's like from Brooklyn.
Right?
Or something.
Maybe he works for the cartel too. I don't know.
oh my god, he might.
Maybe fairies and unicorns
Curtis, this is what
actually
you've
do
done to us. This is what you have done.
Anything is possible. But really,
Anything is possible.
we see in the episode they want to get married. Why the rush? So we know Sebastian doesn't have money. So if he gets married to her and then something happens to him, he can use her money or whatever to help him get out of jail or help him pay lawyers or something like that.
It's so thin. It's too thin. What else we got?
Jeez,
I think this is with Spence. I don't think he's dead. I think he's tied up in a closet. I think he's beat pretty badly.
Tied up.
And he's like tied up in a closet somewhere or something. He's injured to the point where he needs to be found right away. And it's been a few days. And I think Rosie's gonna show up and find him, and they're gonna be back together.
Okay.
But here's what I think that I have so many thoughts. I think that they are going to go to the police, and that is why Michael's getting arrested.
Huh.
Because they want to have Katie be
But
protected.
here's the thing: if Spence is not dead, right? This is the weakest cartel assassin in the history of cartel assassins.
Or maybe he just wants him to suffer. Like he's tied up and he's like beats him
Yeah.
pretty badly. And
But you're like, I took care of him.
But
like,
I
take
think he
care of
was
things.
saying that to piss off Ernesto. He was pushing him
Pushing his buttons.
until he pushed too far. But
And now
Maybe-
he doesn't push anymore.
No, or breathe. Maybe Spence just got knocked out, and he's gonna end up being the one that comes and saves the day at the end of it.
I mean, I gotta say, Spence is definitely, his character is resilient. I've thought he was just written off several times. I thought he lost when Ernesto came back. I was like, he's done.
I mean, even when his
You know-
career went to porno, soft porn, he still came
Still
back.
fought his way back. He
Still
fought his
came
way
back.
So, I don't think he can die. He's like a cockroach.
I think we want to see
No
that.
disrespect, Spence.
We want to see that story. I think a lot of the fans do too. Want to see the storyline of like him and Rosie being reunited, like after all that. I don't
Riding
see
into
him
the
just
sunset.
more
Yes.
heartbreak of now Spence is dead.
Which I'm sure they will. I feel like he kept the relationship with Miguel
yeah.
very close.
Or he's the killer.
I think
Nope.
Taylor.
With Taylor.
I
Him
think
and Taylor.
Taylor's
I'm
gonna go to
serious.
jail because she's already. When she talked to Michael, she's like,
She's an
"Can I talk-
accessory."
yeah, she's an accessory, so she's gonna do some jail time. I'm predicting, and I think
Yeah.
that Rosie's
Taylor.
gonna take care of Katie.
I think
while
the person
she's
who
in
got
jail.
killed was killed out of self-defense. It wasn't a murder. Self-defense that then got covered up.
But now it's an accessory because she didn't go to the.
But why?
cops.
But why was the person fighting in self-defense? Why was he fighting in self-defense in the first
Maybe.
The cartel was there.
We're all like, maybe.
Yeah, I could see the cartel being
something about the
there,
cartel, but-
and I mean, they would be the ones to chop body parts. They know how to do
No.
that.
Totally.
Maybe Louis Becker was there just to try to like hook up with Taylor.
Right, I know. And then he was wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
But they made it seem like they didn't know where Katie was. So maybe someone actually did know where Katie was before, and
They got rid of him.
and Louis just happened to be in the way.
Spence is the killer. It just came to me.
Spence. Yeah, that's what I said. Spence and the other assassin guy. He just knocked him out and made us think that. But they really went to go talk and like get the master
Get
plan
coffee.
going.
Yeah.
So he was taking on a role to play in the cartel, and he took it too seriously, and he got involved. Is what you guys are saying?
Yeah.
He's too white to be.
I think,
There are white
I think
Mexicans, light-skinned
Taylor,
Mexicans.
Spence is supposed to be Taylor's sponsor,
Yeah.
though, right?
Yes.
So I think they were doing the sponsor thing. Things may have gone too far. Michael had hired the tennis pro. What's his name?
Louis
Becker.
Louis Becker, to come spy or to come maybe find out some stuff. And Taylor and Spence, for the first time, they weren't cheating, but they happened to have like some sort of
Canoodling.
yeah, that just happened. And sometimes it happens. So when that happens, and then Louis, wrong place, wrong time, and then they find him, and they kill Louis
Why?
out of self-defense, thinking Louis was like
some
attacking
intruder?
or robbing. Yeah.
That's good.
And then they chop him up because they're like, how do I explain it? Why you're here and what we're doing and blah, 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 blah. So it turned into this whole thing.
I could see that. I could definitely see that because
I just saw it all.
Yeah, it didn't mean to happen. It was an accident. Wrong place, wrong time.
I think many weeks ago, I think I might have said something along those lines because when we saw that he was hanging out with Taylor, we were like, is it really just a sponsorship or is it a sponsorship?
I think they had a secret. They got a secret.
Anytime you're getting close to something like that and you're emotional and you're confiding in them, there's going to be some sort of something.
There's
sorry.
definitely a secret there that we have to find out between Spence and Taylor. There's something.
So he's either the killer or he's saving the day. It's one of the two.
I think saving the day,
Which way
he
is it gonna
became the
go?
killer.
Yes.
Saving the day.
On accident.
He became
Yes.
the killer.
Yeah. He knows that house really well. With the birthday party, he in Katie's room.
Yeah, he all in Katie's room. Look.
Why are you taking pictures? He
You know
was
what I'm
really
saying?
kind of like,
Spence.
why?
We are on to you. All right, guys. Well, I mean,
don't think so.
as you can see, we're just as confused as you all that are watching. So let's not miss this last episode.
No,
it's
it's
gonna be a
gonna be
doozy.
so
Tweet us,
great.
too, and let us know
Yeah.
what you guys are thinking.
Make
Where
sure
can
you
we
guys.
find everybody?
Yeah, you can find us all up. Hey, make sure you guys tweet us. Let us know what your predictions are before we all watch this final episode.
Yes.
So we can
No
talk
cheating.
about them. I want to talk about what you guys
Yeah.
thought. You can always find us on, you can find me, rather, on Instagram or Twitter at any time doing something awesome at I Am More Fire.
And you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Getting better gradually every week. Candy Buen, Candiebuen.
I got to catch up on the Snapchat.
Yeah, you do.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, XOXOCESCA.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Laila Sadny.
Yay!
Guys, it ain't over. We got one more episode. Make sure you guys tune in with us next week. It's going to be a nail biter. We can't wait to find out what's going on. Shout out to my man Curtis. Y'all stick with us. AfterBuzz, we are out. Devious.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.